How are you guys doing? What is this? DoofenAddict95 actually making a video? Yes, I know. I've been busy the past couple weeks. I know that's always the case, and I'm sure you would love to hear about that. Not really, but, you know, again, my personal life comes first. These videos come later. But, to all 16 of you, I think it is at this point, I welcome you back. Today is the third video, I believe, in the anger management series. This is just some random free-for-all gameplay on Black Site, I believe the map is. I've done it before. This is before the patch on the weapons happened, so I'm still using DMR, and I'm flailing around with a bolt shot, but that doesn't happen much longer, and it's not quite as bad as it was in the last game that I made horrible mistakes with the bolt shot, sorry. And I think there's fewer stupid mistakes. However, getting railgunned several times like that is really what slows the gameplay down to like 7 minutes for me this time. So, I mean, not to critique the gameplay too much, because this video isn't so much about the gameplay. As promised, we are going to discuss being BS'd, and this goes along with, this goes along with the uncontrollable factors of rage that we went over in a previous anger management video. But I felt this one applies to some things in real life as well, so I was like, okay, let's just kind of retool that and focus on what it really means to get BS'd and how we get past it. So, let's get into it. Getting BS'd generally, for me, means something that is just not fair. You don't see it coming. It's very victimizing. You're put in a position that you shouldn't be in. There's just by no means a way that makes any logical sense for you to be in. And life and Halo, or video games in general, often puts us in those positions where you know, somebody's connection may be having a little bit of a struggle, or yours might be having a little bit of a struggle, and somebody may be shooting their gun at the same rate, and you end up dying because of a connection issue. And the same frustrating things can happen in real life as well, such as you just being put in a situation where you are being forced to do something, say at your job, that you shouldn't have to do. It's somebody else's responsibility. So you're just getting BS'd by your authority. So you're getting put into these awful positions. So we know it's uncontrollable and victimizing. So how do we deal with it? Because all it causes us is really just this bad anger that we've talked about in the series, and we want to get rid of it because well, that could be a video in itself. That's a good idea. But obviously we don't want to be angry, because it just is not a good position for us to be in. It affects our decision-making skills and what have you. So how do we handle these things? Well, sometimes you can't really choose this, but let's say it's Halo for a minute. Decide whether the situation you're in is worth the risk of being BS, such as if you're in a game full of connection struggles. Like, do you really want to put yourself in the position to try to take down these enemies, even if you know that it's most likely that you're not going to come out on top just because of these issues? So, if it's not worth it to you to go through that anger, just disengage the situation. Get out of it. That's the simplest thing to deal with your anger, is to not get angry in the first place. But if you must go through it because you have no option, or you just want to, know beforehand that you're likely going to be BS. You're going to be put in a situation that is going to victimize you, and it's going to be hard to deal with. But if it's Halo, you know, remind yourself that this is something you enjoy playing. Of course, it's a game. And if it's real life, such as work or a relationship struggle that you're in, remember that you're doing this for a greater purpose, whether it be personal enjoyment or for somebody else. You know, whatever you may be going through, you power through simply because of those reasons. And you know you're going to power through. Remind yourself of these things and look for a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, so that when you get BS'd, you know that it's going to be okay because there's a good reason for you to be doing it. So, if I'm trying to say anything at all through all this, ignore the BS, because really, again, it's just one of those things you can't control. And there's a lot of these things that I'm talking about in the series that just can't be controlled. So, keep that in mind, look for the positives, and everything is going to be better. Maybe not as like you'd have it, but it's going to be okay. And you're going to get through it. Power through. That's the message of this particular video. I've enjoyed talking to you. I think we're coming up on... No, we're not coming up on the end. So let's chat for a minute. Because I have time, I can chat with you folks. Yeah, we got a little bit more time. I definitely want to get back up the not the replay reviews. That's BBK Dragoon's thing. But the series where I just take a look at my gameplay, kind of analyze it for mistakes and positives. You know, just trying to make myself a better player at the same time as trying to help everyone else improve. And I'll be looking for some more, not necessarily in-depth, but just some better critiques, I should say, than I did it previously, because I really wasn't sure of what I'm doing. So that's going to go on, and I'm sorry for not getting SWAT videos out the past couple Sundays. I know a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but some people really like seeing those, so I'll be sure to get a SWAT video out Sunday. So I'm not sure when you're going to see all these things other than the SWAT video, but just know content is on the way, and I will see you there for it. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like and do all that good stuff. See you later.